Well, hello there, viewers. I am Sarah B, and you're tuning in to Just Be Tarot. I hope you guys are doing well. It is Thursday, but this, of course, is good and timeless. And whenever you need to see it is when it's going to come to you. I hope you guys had a great week and are living your best life. Um, this is a timeless reading, like I said, for all zodiac signs. Everybody's welcome. It's for the collective. General reading, not personal, so please take what resonates and leave the rest. So I am shuffling for the overall energy to start off this live collective reading for the weekend. What's coming through for the weekend, Spirit? What is the energy coming at us for this weekend? What messages do people need to hear? Thank you. Can I get a couple more? Thank you. Okay, so we are being guided to have a new outlook on things, to see things from a different angle, from a new perspective, from a new point of view, the other person's perspective, perhaps. Maybe you have been debating with something and trying to clarify things in your own head or clarify things with somebody. Maybe you need to contact them and see what's going on and what they're about and who's, what were they thinking? And, like you need to clarify some things to receive this new outlook that's coming in. To change your view, open your heart, your mind, and your soul to receiving this new energy. Okay, then we have nurturing. Something needs your attention. There's something in your life that it's vital, I just heard, that you attend to it. This, whatever this is needing your growth, needing you to provide nourishment towards it. This could be a relationship. This could be like a romantic relationship. This could be maybe your children need you this weekend, need to connect with you in a way that they don't normally express. But this is a energy of tuning into what needs you. There is something in your energy that's saying, I need to be nurtured by you. I need to be taken care of by you. I need your guidance. I need your love. So whatever that looks like for you is what needs your attention this weekend. So you're being guided to lean towards that energy and see where you can be helpful in providing nourishment and love and guidance to wherever that energy is. We have unexpected blessings coming through. Now I'm feeling a lot of familial energy around that. Also, ancestral energy. So you might be being guided by your ancestors, guides, and guardians to open your heart to unexpected blessings. Something might be coming in. You might be receiving news. You might be getting blessed with something that you didn't know or something unexpected. Somebody might be coming into your life or dropping by or surprising you with something. So, hi, Michael. How are you? I'm doing well, thanks. So be prepared for this energy coming out of nowhere and wanting maybe to connect, or like I said, dropping by, or maybe you see somebody out of the blue, but there might be an unexpected blessing coming through for you this weekend. Now I'm going to pull a couple more cards from this and then move on to the other deck. Hello, Jordan. Hi, Keith. Okay, so you're also being asked to connect with your higher power. I feel like there's something that needs to be revealed to you. This might be downloads that you receive when you're meditating or guidance. You might be asking for a sign for something, and this might be what's coming through to you. Now, I was just told to look at the rainbows both here and in there. Um, so this Wusaw card might have something to do with this new outlook. You might get a new download or an experience of, something to pay attention to when you are meditating or connecting with your higher power. That's going to give you a new outlook on a situation that you're in. So make sure you're paying attention to, um, you know, the signs that are around you. Be present this weekend, and because I feel like your higher power is trying to connect with you. Um, it may, like I said, I feel like it might be through ancestors or guides, guardians, and they might be giving you signs to let you know what direction to head in. We have secrets. Now, I feel like secrets may be revealed to you, or it's a time that you let go of secrets. So something might be, I just am feeling like this is a mask. Somebody is providing like a guiding light for you for these secrets to be revealed to you. Um, I feel like this is a long time coming. Somebody might have news for you. But this is something that's going to guide the way you think about something. Thank you, Selvi. Or did you say Keith was your name? Keith. Okay, so let's move on to this cosmic energy cards. Hi, J.A. So I am shuffling for the collective for this weekend's energy. What messages do the collective need to hear for this weekend, Spirit? What is the collective need to hear for this weekend? What does the collective need to hear for this weekend, Spirit? What's going on? Thank you. Okay, yeah, we have something coming in. Some kind of changes that's bringing you hope. There is a new beginning starting, a new path that you might be wanting to start. Like, again, with this new outlook, rebirth, keeping your mind open to new things, new way of thinking. Hello, Hendrik. So it's keeping your mind and your heart open to new things. Shutting out an old way of thinking, opening your eyes to new options, making new plans, keeping an open heart. Something has ended and something new is beginning. And then we have hope. You're going to receive a sign that it's not all, I just heard it's not all in your head, or it's not all a dream, or it's not all, there is hope. You're starting to see physical, material signs of your wishes and fruition coming into existence. You might have asked for a sign, like if I should keep on going with something, then can you give me a sign of that I should stick with it, or something along those lines. And you're being asked to not give up now. Keep going. Okay, we have joy for this weekend coming up. I'm hearing be present. And I know I've already said that, but be present and enjoy the moment. This is the only time we are going to have That's present. So when you're spending time with your family or loved ones, or even by yourself, enjoy what you're doing. If you're reading a book or, enjoying life, even if you're sitting poolside or laying on the grass, looking at, the trees, pay attention to the smells and the sounds and just enjoy where you are. Anywhere you are this weekend. If you're food shopping, just be like, you know what? I'm thankful that I have this opportunity to be getting food. Like we're asked just to be joyful and have gratitude for even the little things that we take for granted. You know, joy comes in all shapes and forms. Um, just looking at a flower and thinking about how wondrous, like, this grew from a little seed. And I know I sound corny right now, but there is so much negativity in this world that I think we forget to pay attention to the little things. Thank you, Pastel. Pay attention to the little things that we miss. And it's really, really important to grasp onto those things when things are crappy. It's been a long, hard week for a lot of us. There's a lot of things going on in the world. And a lot of us are up in our heads overthinking about things. And it's just to step outside and inhale and take those deep breaths. It's just beautiful. If it's not pouring rain. We had torrential downpours. Everybody's phones were going off flood watch warnings at work. So it was a lot of rain here lately. Okay. And when you put out this energy of gratitude and hope, and that's going to bring you that energy back to you. And that energy is just going to bring you happiness. Because when you elevate your energy and elevate your vibration, it's science. That energy is going to come right back to you because that's what energy does. It's about being happy, about enjoying the little things, raising your vibrations, laugh and dance and be with your friends and family. Or even, like I said, if you're by yourself, be enjoying that time and trying to think positively about all of the things that, are good in our lives. Try to change our thinking patterns to, what is wrong or bad, to, okay, I'm going to take this day to think, okay, what is good? I'm not going to dwell on the bad. I want to know, I'm going to pay attention to, okay, the cup half full, and that kind of attitude. I'm not saying it's easy to do every day, but if maybe we can even put aside an hour or two, or I'm going to set up until noon, I'm going to make sure I say all things positive. I'm not going to use any negativity. I mean, and then it becomes a way of thinking, a way of living, a lifestyle change. All right, so let's move on. I know it seems unrealistic and very lofty, but it is a lifestyle change. It's a way of thinking. It's a that's why they call it a practice, because you have to practice throughout your life to change your wording about things, to change how you believe. Oh, thank you, B. I'm glad you came by. To change your way of thinking, change your lifestyle, and it doesn't happen overnight, but it does happen, and then you are able to come through and experience these beautiful things, and then your manifestations get that much closer because your energy is so much higher and things start rolling in for you because your vibration is so high. Okay, so let's see, we're moving on to tarot. So let me give a nice shuffle and see. Oh, that was not a nice shuffle. That was the opposite of a nice shuffle. Some of you might be feeling stuck because my cards just got stuck here. Brian, how are you? Glad to see you on here. I'm just starting to shuffle for tarot. Shuffling, giving a good shuffle before I start going through the questions. So I start, after I give the overall energy, in case you're new to my channel, I start to read, right, Bri? I start to read the questions. So I'll be going back, scrolling through, and going back, and I answer questions as they come through. So if you can just have patience. Okay, going back. Okay, so Ali asks, where am I from? I'm from America, the northeast part of America. I'll leave it as that. Okay, Starry, good to see you. Hi, what did Joseph's message while he was blocked, if at all? What did Joseph message while he was blocked? What did Joseph message while he was blocked? I'm not sure if he messaged, but I feel like he was wishing you well. I don't see any negative thinking. This is the devil in reverse, so that's a healing energy. We have the Queen of Pentacles, so I feel like, if anything, Starry, that Joseph was wishing you well, maybe checking in on you. How's it going? How's your week going? How's your day going? Something along those lines, but I don't see that it was anything negative that he was. This is a healing energy when the devil is in reverse. Working on healing a relationship, or, maybe they're trying to get their stuff together. But yeah, that's a energy of healing, and I feel like they were wishing you well with this Queen of Pentacles energy. Okay, Hendrik, I am not vegan. How does AV feel about me? Pastel would like to know how AV feels about that. How does AV feel about Pastel? How does AV feel about Pastel? I feel like he's a little bit confused about the situation. A little bit confused. Let's see. Is he interested? Is he truly interested in me? I feel like he doesn't see any progression in this relationship too. I just heard progression. Now, is he truly interested in me? I'm feeling like he has a lot of fond memories of you. I don't know if you're disconnected right now or if you're in contact, but I'm hearing fond memories. I don't know if there's anything recent that has happened. What is he up to? Oh, so there is no recent contact. Yeah, he has fond memories of the connection, but I feel like he doesn't feel like there's any growth there. And he's very confused as well, but that might be your energy with the confused. Okay. Hi, Lauren. Lauren wants to know, could I look at love? She wants to know what's in her love energy, Spirit. What does Lauren need to hear about her love energy? What is going on with Lauren in love? What is going on with Lauren? I see that you're focused on things that are not serving you. I feel like Spirit is giving you somebody here that you might have blown off or aren't interested in, or have already said, already like friend zoned, because you keep looking at people you're attracted to, but even though they look like they're the type of people who would nourish you, all the cups are full and they look very pleasing, they're the same energy you always go after. And what's going to happen is the same results are going to happen. So it's necessary that you keep an open mind, like I said, new opportunities, and keep an open heart, and maybe let people in who aren't necessarily who you would pick, but you wouldn't know that until you got to know them. Okay, so it's time that you keep an open mind and an open heart to other people. All right, because you need to seek clarity on what they're about. Because I feel like when you're attracted to people, it might be obviously when you're attracted to people, it's obviously physical at first. But this is about getting to know them, getting more information, getting clarity. And I feel like that's something that you don't always do. Um, you got to find out what makes people tick instead of small talk. See what they're about, see what's going on in their lives. How do they think about things? You know, what kind of life do they live? How did they get to this point? It's time to start taking down this wall and letting people in. Okay. Okay, so story is, what response did Joseph want from me? Let's shuffle. Starry wants to know, what response did Joseph want? What response did Joseph want from her? What response did Joseph want? What response? Thank you. I'm not sure he wanted a response. I'm not sure he wanted a response. I feel like maybe he wants to know that you are seeking other options. That you have other options, that you are trying to find happiness, that you're not sad. Okay. In my question, this is for pastel. In my question above, I meant to say, what is he up to regarding this connection? Okay. Oops. Okay, so what is AV up to regarding this connection? What does he think? I'm just feeling like okay, yeah, this is about AV. We have the Seven of Pentacles in reverse. Let me see if there's another card. What is he up to regarding this connection? I feel like it's like there's a weight. But he's not going to ask you to wait. Like, I feel like he's going through his own things, and he's not going to ask you to wait. But I want to make sure I get another card to see if I'm on the right track. Spirit, can I get another card? Oh, clarifying that. Can I clarify the Seven of Pentacles in reverse? Thank you. Yeah. He doesn't want you to wait. This is a Page of Cups in reverse. Not waiting for Eight of Pentacles in reverse. Two of Cups in reverse. Yeah, this isn't going to happen right now. And he doesn't want you to wait with this Seven of Cups or Seven of Pentacles in reverse. It's not going to happen now. And he doesn't want to hold you back for something else working out. So I feel like this is kind of like, what's my religion? I don't know. I pull from a lot of different religions. I don't know if I have just one. Honestly, I don't really have a religion. Okay, fighting over who's number one. Okay, so Hendrik has a question. Is school miserable? Is school going to be miserable for Hendrik? Is school going to be miserable for Hendrik? There's going to be a lot of work you have to put into it. So it might be. I do feel like there might be a divine feminine energy who you might find off-putting. This could be like maybe a principal or a teacher at school, or maybe a professor, depending on where you are in school. But I do feel like it's going to be a lot of work this year. Hi, Shake. Shake wants to know if they will get a promotion this year. Shake wants to know if there's going to be a promotion. Okay, Spirit's saying, oh, if you focus, if you keep your focus, because we have the Ace of Swords. And I just heard, don't forget about communication. So if you can communicate well and focus, then you are going to get farther in your job. Is there any other card for a career for Shake? Woo! Yeah, we're definitely seeing more money coming in here. Celebration. So I do feel like there is going to be room for celebration and promotion, but you need to focus and be a better communicator. Hello, Nicholas. So hard to take down walls. Do you see what next interests will look or character will be like? I don't know. Yes, it is hard to take down walls. Do you see what's next interest will look or character will be like a when? I don't know what that means. It's hard. Do you see what's next interest will look like his character and when? Okay, so I'm going to interpret this as, and if I'm wrong, let me know, is do you see what the next interest will look like, what his character will be, and when this person is going to be coming through? So I won't be able to tell you what he looks like. I only read energy. I can say what kind of energy, and that kind of is the same kind of thing as like character energy. And you can determine that to know when they're coming in. So what kind of energy will Lauren's person have when they come towards her? What kind of energy will Lauren need to look for her person? Somebody who is independent, somebody who might own their own company, somebody who may be older than you, somebody who is established is the word. Thank you, Spirit. This might be somebody who you already know, because I feel like you don't have to go on a new path to know this person. So this might be somebody who's already in your energy. This could be somebody you work with, somebody in your friend group, somebody that might be joining your friend group. So keep an eye out for this person. But this is, like I said, somebody who's established, somebody who might be older than you. This person could have like a child from a different relationship. So that could be what I mean by established. I'm hearing like they already have had that a life, or been like had a house and that kind of situation with somebody. So but I feel like they don't anymore, but they're established. They know how to treat somebody. They know what they want, where they're going in life. And I feel like this might be somebody in your friend group, or like I said, might be coming into your friend group through maybe a mutual friend. And when? The Fool card, when like providing information for the Fool card in time is tricky, because it's like whenever it feels like it, because it's the Fool. It's, whenever they feel like doing what they're doing is when they're going to do it. So, of course, Spirit doesn't like to give any kind of, definition of time. So it's not a surprise that is the card that came out when you asked for when. So it's like whenever they feel like, whenever Spirit feels like you are ready for this relationship. Hi, Nicholas. One question, please. Something general for me. Okay. Nicholas wants a general 2-card reading. What does he need to know in general for? Okay. Can I get one more for Nicholas? Nicholas, I feel like you're warming up to somebody. Maybe getting closer, getting to know somebody on a deeper level. I feel like you also may be cutting off people who, I don't want to say it's who aren't serving, I'll put it that way, who aren't serving you anymore. Like they don't provide you with substance or the substance that you need to level up spiritually. So you are kind of doing maybe an inventory, maybe a social media inventory, or maybe you do need to do a social media inventory, getting rid of the people who aren't on your level anymore, who you don't feel a connection with. Maybe you are cutting people off who you don't feel connected with anymore, who don't, when you walk away from a conversation with them, you don't feel like you've accomplished anything. You almost feel exhausted and tired, like they kind of suck the energy right out of you. Whoop. Okay, so I also see that you might have some really good ideas coming in, and they're coming in fast. I feel like you are trying to focus on something that it was in the back of your mind, and now it's brought to the forefront of your mind. And it's like you have this like boom, and it's there, like this aha moment, and you finally receive the download you needed. I'm hearing like writer's block or something along those, like you had a block, but now it's like you snapped out of it. I of course don't know if you've been writing or anything, but you are like, it's that kind of mental blockage, and now it's relieved. I do feel like you are in a hurry for something, especially with this Knight of Swords, and the Seven of Pentacles in reverse means, of course, the Knight of Swords is, you're in a hurry. Something's coming in fast. But then again, something's coming in fast with that Seven of Pentacles in reverse, because Seven of Pentacles is waiting for something to come in. So I feel like there's something that you've been manifesting, something that you've been waiting on. Some kind of blockage has been removed because there's something that you changed, a cycle that was broken, and you are able to move forward, and now you have that something coming in for you. And you're, like I said, you're warming up to the idea of something that you've been thinking about. So that's exciting stuff. See, changes. When you change a cycle, good things start coming in for you. That positive energy can't help but come to you because your vibe and is so much higher. Hi, Scorpio. How are you today? Can I ask what you're so sweet. Hi, beautiful. You're so cute. Can I ask what Robert's motive is with me? Let's see. What is Robert's motive with Scorpio 1180? What is Robert's motive? What is Robert's? I don't want to say motive. That sounds negative. We're going to say, what is Robert's why does what's Robert's interest in Scorpio 1180? What's Robert's interest? He wants to learn more about you, get to know you better. I feel like I just heard emotional connection. I feel like he wants to have an emotional connection with you. Yeah, he feels safe around you. Like he doesn't have to defend himself. He doesn't have to act like anything. Oh, I just got the chills. Like he wants to just like get to know you. He wants to spend time in your energy. When the Seven of Wands is in the upright, it's about being defensive. Like you have your guard up. Like you are somebody who he can let that down with and really get to know. And like he feels like you actually understand him on a level that maybe other people don't. Like you're actually taking the time to get to know him, asking the right questions. Um, you know, you're trusting. So I feel like that's the energy there that is, you know, he can let down his defenses. So I feel like he does want to get to know you better. Hi, Brian. Witchy! So good to see you. I hope you're doing good. I went live yesterday and B, I think she left already for the night, but she told me to tell you hi and we missed you. Okay, so Lauren says, do you know what love interest will look like? Oh, so I was right on my question. Okay. So, like I said, I can't tell what love interest will look like. I can only read their energy, which is kind of like a character thing too. So I hope that helped when I answered that for you. Witchy says, I was wondering, what do I need to know for the next 3 months? Okay, let's see. What does Witchy need to know for the next 3 months? Can I have a couple cards for Witchy? She wants to know what's going on for the next 3 months. Let's know what's going on. Thank you. I feel like there is an energy of being yourself, letting your guard down with people, and being present. You are asked to pay attention to the things that are only the things that serve you, and not those things that don't, then they have to be put to the wayside. I'm hearing that you might have to get rid of things and make room for other things. Like I just heard the word replace. I don't know if that makes sense to you. But I do feel like you're working hard. I'm not just saying that because I know you're in the hospital. It did come out. You're working hard to get back to where you were. But I do feel like you have to maintain a cool, calm, and collective presence, and not overthink, and pay attention to only what is serving you. Everything else you have to let go of. And with this card, this is the card I also heard, get rid of the things that, like, you have to, like, maybe even physically get rid of things that are in your way to make room for other things. So she had another question, and so we're going to say, will everything be okay when I get home next week? Okay. That's good news that you're coming home next week. I love to hear that. Witchy wants to know, will everything be okay when I get home next week? Will everything be okay for Witchy when she gets home next week? Will everything be okay for Witchy? I do see that everything's going to be okay. Everything is going to work out. And then I have this good energy coming in. I feel like there's going to be people supporting you once you get home. And it's going to be people you trust. You know, because in the upright, this isn't something that you trust. But in the reverse, this is going to be people that you trust, people who you can surround yourself with and you feel comfortable with. But I do feel it working out. Okay, let's see. you're welcome, Lauren. Oh, my name is Sarah. So if you want to, you can call me Sarah. I go, Sarah B is my name. But yeah, I respond to B, just B, whatever. But my actual name is Sarah if you ever want to know. Yeah, for anybody who is new to the channel. And don't forget to click on like, subscribe, and that notification bell that will let you know when I'm going live. I just went live yesterday. It's not a normal day that I would go live, but I was glad to see so many people who normally pop on were there. So that made me so happy. Lauren, of course I'm here to guide you. Well, me in spirit. Okay, so Nicholas says answers here are resonates very well. Sometimes they just look like mixed in time. I mean, I listen but that was in the past. Okay. Okay. So I think time plays no role. I agree 100%. The universe doesn't really know about time, honestly. So it's hard, like when people say, when is this going to happen? Divine timing. It doesn't understand time. Or it could be something that really hasn't happened yet. It might seem like it happened in the past, but it might also be something, maybe you're in a cycle and it's going to happen again. So it could be that as well. So and maybe it's spirit saying, keep an eye out for this is an exact copy of what happened before. Are you taking the lessons that I instructed you to learn by putting this in your life before? Make sure you're bringing that to the next relationship so it doesn't happen again. Because if that's in your energy and it happened in the past, you have the power to change that so it doesn't happen again in the future. So maybe that's what spirit could be telling you, rather than saying, oh, that happened in the past. That's your current energy. So it might actually be something that is going to be happening in the near future, or could be happening right now. Just my opinion. Take that as it resonates. Okay, Shake asks, do you think I can be settled in America next year with my family and make a lot of money? Let's see. Shake wants to know if they'll be here in America next year with his family. I do feel like there are changes coming in, but you do have to make a lot of moves. It's going to be a lot of work if you want to make that happen soon. In my estimation, next year to move your whole family to America, that's soon, like real soon. So I'm seeing that there's a lot of work you're going to have to do in that time frame to make it happen. I do see there's a lot of changes taking place, and a path is going to be lighted for you. I just was told to show you this path that goes all the way. It's a long path, but it is lighting up for you. So you're going to have that in your energy, but you have to follow it. It's going to be a long, hard path. Look at the mountains. That's blockages coming in. So there might be a lot of things that you have to do and overcome to get on this path, but it can come to you if you want it bad enough. I don't think it's going to be easy, but it is possible. Lauren says, regarding my career, do you see any changes this year, please? Okay, Spirit, Lauren is asking about her career. Are there any changes for Lauren in her career this year? Any changes for Lauren in her career? Any changes for Lauren in her career? Any changes for Lauren? Thank you. I'm going to take this opportunity to say, don't forget to subscribe and like this reading. That way it gets circulated. More people see it. My messages grow. Okay, so I do feel like there's going to be a rough time with your career. I do feel like I'm feeling travel. You asked about your career, but I wonder if you travel for your career. Because I'm hearing travel. I feel like you don't love what you're doing right now. Even though really you're good at your job. I feel like you don't love it. It might be a rough time getting a new job if you leave right now. But I keep hearing the word travel. So I'm not sure if you travel for a new job, or maybe you're looking to travel. Maybe it's a travel agent. I don't know, but I'm hearing, yeah, but I do feel like you're not in love with your current job. You are really good though at your job. But I don't feel like it's a good time, and you're going to have a rough time finding a new job right now. I feel like you're being asked to hold off if you can. Um, and I'm hearing travel. Maybe you need to get away or take a vacation. But there's something, yeah. Like I said, I keep hearing travel. So maybe you're going to be asked to travel, take a vacation, or you have travel in your future. If that makes sense, I don't know. Okay, so Brian wants to know if Mom will heal from her cancer. Okay, Spirit. Brian wants to know if his mom will heal from her cancer. Is Mom going to heal from her cancer? Brian wants to know. Thank you. I'm hearing that it's quite a burden, more of a burden than you know. I think she hides a lot of it. With the 10 of Wands in reverse. There is a lot going on. I feel like she hides a lot of what she's going through, if we're being honest. You don't know a lot of the things that she's going through. I feel like she masks it. Spirit, can you give me another card regarding Brian's mom? Will she heal from her cancer? There aren't going to be any new opportunities, unfortunately. I do feel like right now, I feel like she's feeling off, like her energy is off right now. Now, your mom her energy comes across as the sun. Okay, but right now it's in reverse, which isn't a bad thing. The sun is always shining. Always shining. Scientific. Okay? However, when it's in the reverse, it's dulled a little bit. You know, so even though she has this like beautiful, radiant persona, right now she's not feeling it. So it's been a struggle. She feels like there may not be anything new that can help her. And I do really feel like she's going through way more than she lets on at all. Thank you, Scorpio. You have a blessed night as well. Hi, Spiritual from Sweden. Great to see you. Spiritual Love Jag. Can I call you Jag? I feel like that's easier. La Jag. Can there... Oh, Jeanette. Okay, I see you. Okay, so Jeanette would like a card reading, joining us from Sweden. Great to see you. Okay, so just an overall energy reading for Jeanette. Woo! Jeanette. Okay, so I don't know what your romantic situation is like. And I'm sorry if this is too much information, but I do like it to keep it here on Just B Tarot. My name is Sarah B, by the way. But I feel like you have a lot of sexy time coming in. A lot of passion is coming towards you. Somebody with a lot of passion. I'm feeling like you are getting yourself out there with this Hermit in reverse. I feel like you have healed from something recently. And you are... There's passion. This could be creativity. This could be building upon something. Maybe you are starting a new project that you're getting into. This is growth. So, you know, a relationship could be growing. A job could be growing. You could be putting a lot of time and attention into a certain endeavor that you want to see be fruitful. But at first glance, I'm getting a passionate energy because, you know, this Hermit has a wand too, and the Hermit in reverse is get out there. Put yourself out there. Display yourself. Get out of hiding. You've been laying low for too long. Yes, you've been healing. Yes, you've been learning coping skills and all the beautiful things that you should have been doing. You might have gone through something that you needed to do that for. But now it's time to get back out there. Okay, whether it is maybe you're being passionate with a person, or join a club, maybe you need a hobby, learn something new, put yourself into something where there's growth and creativity, and you're able to put your passions into fruition. And whether that be with a person or a hobby, Spirit's saying get out there and have some fun. Let your hair down. Let that inner child out. Enjoy yourself. Okay, Witchy. Let's see. I feel like I'm getting nowhere in general. Oh, I know. This was a really big setback with you being in the hospital, but you have to keep your chin up, please. I know you've been in there for weeks now. That's got to be trying, but please keep positive. I know you can get through this. Why will it not work? Story wants to know, why will it not work out long term with Taurus? Did we say it wasn't going to work out long term? Because that's like asking in a negative way. I'm going to say, will it work out long term with Taurus? Will... Starry's thinking about a Taurus. Is this going to work out with them? Is a relationship going to be... Is there a long-term relationship? I'm hearing that you're holding on to something. You're in their energy. And it is Pentacles, so... Can you tell me something else about Taurus? What's going on with Taurus and Starry? I'm seeing either one of you think this is it's like the opportunity has passed. But I just was told to remind you, thank you, Spirit, that just because the opportunity passed doesn't mean it's going to not come back around again. I'm not kidding you. I was corrected. So, yes, the opportunity passed. Spirit reminded me to let you know whatever is meant for you is going to come back around. So, I just heard one foot in the door. So, this is what I'm gathering from this. You might want to make sure that you have Spirit, one foot in the door with this. You know, maybe they don't want to be with you right now. Maybe they're going through something. Maybe they're healing. Maybe they're figuring out life. Whatever it is that Taurus is going through. Okay? Check in on them every once in a while. Hey, how's it going? I was just thinking about you. I'm not saying blow up their phone every day, but just, you know, that shout out once a month, twice a month. Hey, just thinking about you. You crossed my mind. Hope you're doing well. Keep your foot in the door. Because right now, it's not for you. But like Spirit reminded me to tell you, just because it was a missed opportunity, that doesn't mean it's not going to come around again. All right? And don't stop, you know, dating other people by keep your foot in the door. That doesn't mean, you know, stop communicating with everybody else. It's just, you know, if things were meant to be, they're going to be. Yes, well, with that attitude, Witchy, they're not going to be in your favor. What am I going to do with you? I'm trying to get you to change the way you think and the way you word things. They will be in your favor because you're freaking awesome and you care about so many people, and it's about time that the universe rewards you. You're just unlucky right now. You have to get out of a cycle, and that cycle is the way you think. Witchy, you have to turn that around. I would love for you to at least work on it. Please. Okay, so Pastel says, why are people mean to me? What? Pastel, you're so stinking nice. Why are people... To me, that sounds like jealousy. When people are mean to you, it's because they see something in themselves that they don't like. Okay, why are people mean to Pastel? I feel like people are separating themselves from you. And you're having a rough time with it. People are giving you a rough time, like for real. You weren't lying. But why, Spirit? Why is Pastel having a rough time right now? Why are people separating her? Why are people? Why? Knight of Swords in reverse. People are cutting you off. They're being cold. Cutting you off. But I'm not getting any real answers as to why. So I feel like you're going to have to reflect upon it to realize why. It has to be something that you discover on your own. Is AV not interested in me because my personality isn't attractive anymore? Pastel wants to know if AV is not interested in them because of their personality. I feel like you're warm. Like we have the Queen of Swords in reverse, which is a warm personality. If it was in the upright, then it's like you give people the cold shoulder. People look at you as bitchy. But this is the Ace or the Queen of Swords in reverse. So you have that Queen of Swords energy, but it's like you try to, like, yes, you're honest. Yes, you are truthful. When people come to you, you tell them the truth, but you have a nice, easy way of telling them. You're not as like brutal as the Queen of Swords in the upright is. So you kind of tell people things with a beautiful tone, and you're not like just so matter of fact. You let them down easily, or you tell them things that they need to hear, but in a gentle way. So I don't know. That doesn't seem like an unattractive personality. Like, I mean, I know a lot of people don't like brutally honest. It rubs people the wrong way. But I do see that you're at a crossroads right now. I feel like I said, I feel like people don't know you enough to, maybe that's why. Do not let your guard down with people. Do you, like, have you built a wall around people so people don't get to know you? Because I'm hearing that people don't know you enough to, they don't see you. And in turn, you don't feel seen. I feel like it's a case of jealousy, or they just don't know you enough, and they think that because you don't have that open communication like some people do, and you keep your guard up a little bit, you separate yourself, then they automatically think that, you're not nice, or you don't want to hang out or whatever. Starry asks, what would align me and Taurus to the highest timeline? What would get him to want to do the spiritual work? Oh, you can't get him to do the spiritual work unless he wants to. Trust me on that one. I know that for a damn fact. There's nothing you can do to make somebody do the spiritual work unless they want to. I'm going to light some more incense. So I don't even, I mean, you have to, okay, so you want to hear what my opinion is, and just as strictly my opinion, is if you would like them to do the spiritual work, your Taurus, be a good example of spirituality. Be a guiding light. Because when you are aligned and people see how radiant you are and how lovely a person you are and how you treat people, and you stay away from gossip, and you really are trying to elevate yourself by doing the right thing and being integral about things, then other people follow suit. Other people are like, wow, that's a beautiful energy Starry has brought to the table lately. I wonder what she's doing with herself that she's in that energy. And that's what people see. And people will want to reflect that. And that's the best you can do to, and be yourself. Like, live your life the way you want to live and the way you feel like you need to live to be a good person. And then hopefully they'll reflect that if they have an interest in, that spiritual world. Maybe they're not even spiritual. Okay, so what would align me and Taurus to the highest timeline? I don't feel like there is this divine timing. And like I said, when he gets on that your same page spiritually is when things are going to align. And they're going to have to want to put in the work. You can't make somebody put in the work if they don't want to put in the work. Amruta, hi. Oh, from India. Good to see you. Will Amruta get permanent job or a new job? Will get a permanent position in the new job or get a new job? Okay, so let's see what's going on with Amruta's career. What's going on with Amruta's career? What is going on with Amruta's career? I feel like I don't know if the job that you have right now makes you happy. I don't feel like the job you have right now is really fulfilling for you. Do you want the job you want to be permanent? Is the job that you are in, do you want it to be permanent? Because I feel like I'm getting all, you're not happy with it. Like you're stuck there. Now, her second question was, will I get a new job? God, I hope so with that pull. It does not look like you're happy at all. Will Amruta get a new job? Will Amruta get a new job? Will Amruta get a new job? Okay, let's see here. I do see that you're going to get a new job where you make way more money. And I feel like this may be soon. And by soon, I mean within the next 6 months. Because finding a job and establishing, that's all, it takes some time. So I'm not going to say it's next week. But I do feel like that energy is coming in for you. You might have to do some networking. The King of Wands is very social and definitely knows what they want and how to get what they want. So I feel like you might have to do some networking or asking around like, hey, are you hiring? Or asking friends, hey, do you know anyone who's hiring? But I do feel like if you put those vibrations out and tell people you're looking for a new job, then the universe is going to work with them to get you a much better job, Amruta. I do feel like that is coming for you. But you have to do some of the work too. Okay? Because this person's very social, puts themselves out there, and works. They work hard. And they get what they want. All right? So that's a good energy, but I don't think you're passionate about the job you're at now. So if you don't want to stay there, do not. Cyan, I'm sorry I had to cut you off yesterday. You'd like a career update. Yes, yes, yes. I did promise you that. Okay, Cyan. Career update. Whoa. It looks like something is growing for you. There's a lot of growth in where you're at right now. I do feel like you might have to put yourself out there or for more growth. But you're sitting there in this Empress energy. Like, that's growth. For like things coming into fruition. Things are plentiful for you right now. You may have to put yourself out there, meaning like maybe network a little bit more or sit in on some more meetings. Like, I don't know what you do, but I'm hearing be strategic if you want to get further ahead. But don't become too don't get overthinking in it, because I feel like this could turn into like a workaholic situation. Like, you're strapped to your desk is what I'm hearing. Like, you're chained to your desk or you're chained to your position. So people might take advantage of your hard work ethic and take advantage of that. So make sure that doesn't become a thing, and set clear boundaries, because people do look at you like with this Empress energy, like you are in command of yourself. You know exactly what to do. You're really good at your job, but I do feel like people take advantage of that. And you might maybe even get like work emails on your phone or stuff like that. Like, you feel like you're chained to your job at some times. So you want to set clear boundaries. But I do feel like there's a lot of growth in this position for you, and it's going to take you pretty far. You're welcome, Lauren. Okay. How does my father feel about me? All right, Pastel Dreams wants to know how her child's father feels about her. I feel like he's very cold to you. It gets straight to the point. He sees you as a rough time or a rough part of his life. He's just very to the point. He looks back on that time period as it being a rough time. Oh, poor Bri. She's been very depressed. Pastel Dream says, why does AV lie to me about that things will progress? Why does AV lie to me about things will progress? Why is AV saying things will progress? Why is AV saying things will progress? Why is AV saying things will progress? Will things progress? I just flipped one around. I feel like AV is not feeling himself lately. I feel like he needs to let down his guard. He's been guarded. He's having a hard time. Maybe going through something personal is what I just heard. Yeah, there's a blockage there. There's something he's going through, which is why he hasn't been able to progress with you, because there's some kind of blockage in his life right now. You're welcome. Starry asks, would I be happier with Taurus or Aquarius? Ooh. Okay, I have the Four of Swords in reverse. But Swords in reverse is a no. Taurus, for sure. Taurus wins. Nicholas asks, is Buddhism past me or not as a religion? Now, from what I've read, Buddhism is a lifestyle. It's not really considered a religion. So let's see. Nicholas wants to know. I feel like with this hermit, you're not done learning. You could always learn more. And that's how I feel too. Because I love the beautiful traditions and practices of Buddhism. And I feel like it teaches you so much. It's so beautiful. It makes total sense. So I feel like there's a lot to learn, and we can always be open to learning more. So I wouldn't say that it's past you. I say, why not? It's always, it's a beautiful tradition. It's a beautiful practice. So I say if you want to still delve into it, there's always something new to learn. I hope you get that new job soon too. And Rude, it just doesn't seem like it's where you want to be right now. Okay, Amruta asks, what is Sid's feelings towards Amruta? Will he and Amruta be in a relationship? Okay, how does Sid feel towards Amruta? How does Sid feel towards Amruta? How does Sid feel towards Amruta? Oh, you make him feel safe. He he would love to get to know you. He wants to warm up to you. He's warming up to you, and he sees you as this beautiful, loving human being, nurturing, compassionate, and he feels very safe with you. Like he can let down his defensive and open himself up. And he's warming up. Like if you guys haven't been in communication, I feel like he's trying to gather the nerve to get to know you better. But yeah, you're sitting there as the queen of energies in his eyes, for sure. Very cute. I love that. You guys are welcome. I think I'm going to end it here. I really want to go live on this weekend, so I'm going to try. It's my grandson's birthday weekend, so I don't know if that is going to happen. I do hope it will, even if it's just for an hour, or I want to see what I can do to get on live again for you guys. Your energy is just so sparkling to me, and really helps me out. It helps me heal as much as I help to try to heal you guys. So please click on, my name is Sarah, and I'm in the US, in the Northeast section of the United States. Yeah, so please click on like and subscribe to my channels. I'm doing some new things with shorts I'm posting. Hi! And I'm trying to shake things up a little bit. So I hope you're on board for it. I want to get on live a lot more. I want to get posting more. And thank you. And I really do feel super connected to you guys when you guys are here. I love your energy, and it's like so invigorating for me. So thank you all for joining in the conversation. I have a blast. I really do. And I hope you have a great night, and I will see you soon. Bye. Stay safe.